Here's a poem of mine called Secret Life. You meet a guy and you know right away he's the love of your life. You never felt this way before and you want to be his wife. You put yourself into him. You give him 100%. You clean his house, his giant mess. You make a giant dent. You do so much, you do the most. Then one day while making him lunch, you get this feeling and it's not so good. Suddenly you have a hunch. This hunch tells you something is wrong. But how will you find out? So you first ask him, you know for sure, but his answers give you doubt. How could you hold something against him if you're not 100% sure? At least you know the love you feel is real and true and pure. Then suddenly it pops up. You see the text on his phone. You have the proof you didn't want, and more than ever you feel alone. You demand his phone and he gets mad, then slowly puts it in your hands. This has happened more than once. You want him to stop, so you make demands. He promises to stop. He says he only wants you, and you want to believe it, so you convince yourself it's true. You still take care of him and go too far. You pay his bills, you buy him a car. Then one week later, when you least expect it, at night he doesn't come back to the house. He's done this before, so you go look for him. You find him sleeping at a girl's, that stinking louse. So it turns out he has a relationship with this girl. It's not just a random hookup. He does all sorts of things with her. You find out when doing an internet lookup. He goes out to dinner and to picnic in the park. He takes her to concerts and to your favorite plays. He refuses to do these same things with you, even though you begged him for days and days. The next week, again, he doesn't come home. You run to the girl's house and he's not there. You are confused. You have no idea what's up, but you find him at another girl's. That's where. It turns out he has more than one of these full-out relationships. He actually has 3 of them, and the balance now tips. Your sanity has left the building. You are completely flipping out. This has all been so painful, all that you can do is scream and shout. He says, baby, calm down. You're kind of acting like a clown. Me, you think? I'm clowning around? How did this all turn upside down? My friends hate him, and when they can't reach me, they all distance, and they can't stand the drama. Everybody I know tells me I have to leave. Friends, family, coworkers, especially my mama. You want to leave, but you know you can't because that love is still strong in there. You hate that you love him, but you can't stop. This relationship's going nowhere. One day, some info comes to you. This day, you learn something new. He belongs to some kind of community, and the girls he fucks with do too. A whole secret life full of relationships and hookups. You never could have guessed it, and more than ever, you feel like a fuck-up. In this community, all the girls chase him. He is somehow the king. You realize that this is part of him, much more than a short-lived fling. He keeps coming up with excuses and disappearing. You know what he is up to, but every attempt you make to find the truth has him blowing up on you. You love him so much, you want to work it out, but every time you talk to him, he dresses up and goes out. He just won't do it. He won't leave the community, and he doesn't care that more and more pain replaces your sanity. You want to leave, but still you can't. He promises he won't do it again, but he's a liar, as you have learned, and you can no longer pretend. You say he'll stay until the next time he betrays, and you go too far to catch him. He labels you a villain because he's sneaky, but you match him. He tells you that he doesn't want you hunting for the truth. He wants you to turn a blind eye, but he keeps putting you through this. Surely you'll cry and die. He tells you that he loves you, says a victim you are not. He'd rather see you in anguish than in a rage so angry and hot. You realize you've lost yourself trying to love this man. He's supposed to love you back. You don't understand. Does this drive you completely crazy? Have you now gone insane? And if he smiled and turned on that charm, wouldn't you do it all again? Thank you, Secret Life.